Hi, and a very warm welcome to our full body Yin Yoga class. This is one of the bonus classes for the Beginner Yin Yoga course, but even if you have not done the course, you are more than welcome to do this class. However, if you are a complete beginner, totally new to Yin Yoga, I do recommend going through the course first because it's going to give you the foundation to actually benefit from your practice. So today, as I mentioned, it is a full body class. Although you can do it at any time during your day, it might be especially good to practice in the evening because it's just going to really relax our entire body, which can be so nice after a long day. There are no props required. However, if you do have blocks, you can have one by your side because at some point I will offer you an option either to do a pose without a block or a pose with a block. So keep that in mind. If you need to grab a block, go do it right now. And we will begin with a simple neck stretch. Our neck usually carries a whole lot of tension, so it's always a good area to visit in our practice. You can remain in an easy seat or come to a kneeling position. Just make sure that your spine is nice and long. And then just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And you can also extend your left arm long out to the side. You can bring your fingertips to the mat to sort of intensify the stretch. And just breathe here. Enjoy the feeling of giving your neck some freedom. Deepen your breath, and with the help of your right hand, return your head back to center. Amazing. We're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So this time, the left ear comes down to the left shoulder. And you can extend your right arm long, bring the fingertips to the mat. Just settle into the pose and really enjoy the length we are creating in the neck, the tension we are releasing, and just breathe. And deepen your breath. And with the help of your left hand, return your head back to center. Take a moment to settle here, find yourself. And we're going to give some love to our feet next by moving into a toe squat. So from your kneeling position, I'm just going to turn to the side so that you can see me better. From your kneeling position, just bring your weight forward onto your fingertips and then tuck your toes beneath you. You might have to adjust the pinkies so that they are also nicely tucked. And if this feels really intense, remember you can always bring your weight either onto your fingertips or on your palms, and this will lessen the intensity. Also, if you start from an upright position and notice that it's getting too much, you can also just lean forward and that will assist you greatly. So choose either to support yourself or just be nicely upright with your spine long, with the neck long. The head is moving towards the ceiling just to create some extra length. And if you want to, you can also add your reverse prayer arms by putting them in Anjali Mudra behind your back or by clasping yourself by the elbows. Just make sure that you are not flaring out through the ribs, but that the lower ribs are nicely tucked in. So you can either do just a toe squat by adding on the hands. Really, this is your moment of decision. Just go with what your body wants right now and settle into this pose. We won't be long in this one. We're just giving some love to our feet, and if you are doing the arm option, to our shoulders as well. If you were doing reverse prayer arms, you can release the arms. And then everybody just bring your weight forward. And we're gonna paddle out the feet a little bit just to release that tension that you might have gotten stuck there. Wonderful. The next thing we'll do is a simple butterfly. We are remaining upright just to move a little into our hips. So bring your feet together, the knees come apart. It doesn't really matter how your butterfly looks. The only thing I want you to pay attention to is that your low back is not rounding. If it is, just roll your mat behind you, sit on the edge of that mat. If you've done the course, you already know this. Just sit on that edge and it's going to tilt your pelvis forward, which is going to really assist you in sitting upright. That's very important, especially when we are folding forward, but even when we remain upright, we really want that nice length through the spine without any curving. And you can grab yourself by the feet, by the ankles, just do what works for your body here. And again, imagine that you're creating length through your spine, through the top of the head. You can keep the intention of bringing your knees closer to your mat. But again, I don't want you to force anything here. We are still being pretty passive. It's just more intention to open through our hips. Begin to deepen your breath and slowly release your butterfly. You can remain where you are. I'm just going to turn. We're going to do a straddle next. So especially if you needed the mat support in your butterfly, you will want to keep it for your straddle. And then just bring your legs a bit wider apart. It doesn't, again, matter how wide they go. Just work with your body, never against it. Once you're nicely settled here, flex your feet or point your toes. This is your decision. And then at first hinge from the hip with a flat back before allowing yourself to passively curve. Doesn't matter how far down you go, you can be actually pretty high up, and that is perfectly okay. Just keep the intention of being as passive as you can in this fold. Begin to deepen your breath, and then slowly, with the help of your hands, roll yourself back up to a seat. We're going to move into a child's pose next. And I do encourage you to do a closed-legged variation of a child's pose. So bring your knees together, sit on your heels, and then just fold over your thighs. Bring your arms in front of you and your forehead to the mat.
Deepen your breath, and with the help of your hands, roll yourself back up. Take a moment. And we're going to move into a melting heart. So make sure that you are at the bottom of your mat. Come on to all fours. Tabletop position with your knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. And then keeping your hips nicely stacked, just walk your arms out in front of you and lower your forehead to the mat. Take another nice long inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Then just walk your hands back in, come into tabletop, and then we're going to make our way onto our bellies. So come to your belly in whichever way feels best for you. Bring your elbows under your shoulders. We're going to do Sphinx. So really press through the tops of your feet. Send your pubic bone down to protect your low back. Shine the chest forward and make sure that your shoulders are moving away from your ears so that you're not collapsing. And just breathe here.
You can remain in Sphinx or you can move into Seal. So if you're moving into Seal, just bring your arms slightly wider, plant your palms against the mat, and press yourself up. The same applies as with Sphinx. We are trying not to compress in our low back, so keep that engagement through the tops of your feet, through your pubic bone. Keep your shoulders nice and low. This is a much deeper back bend than in Sphinx. But if you feel any sort of pain or any sort of discomfort that feels dangerous to you, please lower down. If you're fine in Seal, then I kindly invite you to hang out here for a little while longer. Whether you're in Sphinx or in Seal, just gently lower yourself onto your mat and roll onto your back. Extend your legs long, and we are going to do a knee to chest. So bring your right leg in. You can grab yourself behind the thigh or around the shin, and you decide the intensity. So however much you bring your leg in, the more intense you will feel the compression in your right hip and the stretch in your left hip flexor. You can also flex the left foot to intensify that stretch. Just make sure that your shoulders are relaxed and now we are holding on to our leg. Just try to keep them down, keep them relaxed, and enjoy this for a little while.
Gently release your right leg. Extend it long. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So bring your left leg in. You can grab hold of yourself wherever is comfortable for you. And you can also flex the right foot to intensify this stretch. Then settle into stillness and enjoy. Release your left leg and bring both feet to the mat. Your knees are bent. And here I wanted to offer you two poses to choose from. The first one without the block is a reclined butterfly. So your feet come together, knees apart, and you can rest your arms down by your side, on your hips, anywhere on your body. Just really choose what works best for you. The second pose that you can do requires one block, and that is a supported bridge. If you decide to do supported bridge, keep your block handy. Place your feet flat on the mat, and then press through your feet, engage the glutes, and squeeze through your inner thighs as you lift yourself up into a bridge. Position your block beneath the glutes. And you can also roll your shoulders a bit underneath you so that you get a nice chest opening here as well. And then just settle against the block and enjoy this wonderful pose. So you choose what you want to do here, a reclined butterfly or a supported bridge. Go with what your body wants in this moment, or depending on whether you have props or not. But I assure you that it doesn't matter which pose you choose, you will get so many benefits from it. If you were in a supported bridge, bring some more awareness back into your body. And then really press again through the feet, engage your glutes and squeeze through your thighs. Remove the block from beneath you. And then very slowly, with control, lower yourself down to the mat. If you're in a reclined butterfly, I want you to use the support of your hands to bring your legs back up to face the ceiling. So everyone meets with their feet on the mat, knees towards the ceiling, and we are just going to do one more pose before we enter Shavasana, and that is Happy Baby. So bring both of your legs in close to your chest. Use your two-piece fingers and hook them around your big toe, and then lift your feet up into the air. You decide how wide you want the stance to be, and you can absolutely rock side to side. This can feel so good in a happy baby. Just a little rocking motion, which is also very soothing for our nervous system. And we won't do happy baby for long. It just felt like the right thing to do, to invite just a tiny bit of movement, a little bit more relaxation before we enter Shavasana, to integrate our practice, to give ourselves those lovely restorative minutes. So just keep rocking, remain still in your happy baby, and go again with what your body wants right now. And then whenever you're ready, release your feet, bring them to the mat, and extend your legs long, one at a time. Let your feet flop, claim some space on your mat. Let your arms rest down by your sides with the palms facing up. Make sure that the back of your neck is nice and long and that it's relaxed. And then just settle into your Shavasana and really enjoy the end of our practice. You can absolutely remain in Shavasana for longer. But if you're ready to come out, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. You can take a nice deep stretch if that feels good to you. And then just roll on to one side before using your arms to press yourself back up into a seat. And once you are nicely settled, just place your hands together at the heart in Anjali Mudra. We're going to close our practice with gratitude. Really thank yourself for showing up today, for taking the time to be on the mat, to be with your body, your energy, to move through the poses, to give your body love, stretch, relaxation, freedom. Just thank yourself for doing all of these beautiful, beautiful things for yourself because it's such a wonderful act of love and kindness. And when you're kind to yourself, that also radiates out into the world. Thank you.